So the question I got now is, do I think it's disrespectful when people pass away and their families jump online and speak on it, or you know make it known that someone passed or whatever else? Do I think it's disrespectful to ask who it is? Um, no. I'm just being honest. Look, I don't like being on social media and somebody dies around the city or the area and everybody's, oh my God, I can't believe you died. Oh my God, RIP, RIP, RIP. And you don't want to say who it is. First of all, I might know him too. But second of all, look, if it's that important that the identity be kept away because whether you feel like the family didn't identify them or whatever, hey, just don't run the social media at all. Because a lot of us run in the same circles or we know a lot of the same people. So sends out a mass alarm signal when you jump online and you see too many people that you know or from around the way making it known that somebody died and nobody wants to put a name out there. So now you just like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? You know, I think when people in my life pass away, I keep it private. Now, if I don't feel like disclosing who it is or talking about it, even if it's just a friend or whatnot, I don't speak on it unless I'm willing to put that information out there. And I don't think it's disrespectful if people ask because it's public. Why are you putting it out there if you don't want people to ask? Simple as that. Don't put it out there and then say, why would you put it out there that someone died? And then when people say, well, who died? You ask them to respect your privacy. You should respect your own privacy by not putting it out there. Because if you put it out there, I'm gonna ask. I want to know. Hey, who died? Who is it? I want to pay my respects too. Or maybe I'm just nosy. It don't matter. You put it in the public space. I'm gonna ask. You know, and if somebody think that's disrespectful, you could think that, but it's not gonna stop me and other people from saying, "Hey, who died?" Because if you don't want to tell us, shut up. Simple as that. Shut up. Go on about your business. You know, it's the same way I feel about people jump online and say, I need y'all prayers, pray for me. Well, what am I praying for? If you don't want to tell me what you're praying for or what you want me to pray for, then I'm not praying. I don't do blind prayers. What am I praying for? I'm not finna touch and agree with you and I don't know what we agreeing to. You could be praying for my downfall. You could be praying that, somebody else's spouse falls in love with you. You could be praying that somebody gets fired from their job so that you can get it. You could be praying for somebody to die. You could be praying for a lot of money so that you can spend it on frivolous things. I don't know what you're praying for, so I'm not gonna go to God on your behalf and pray like, hey, whatever she praying for, you know what I'm saying, let it be done. No, I need to know the specifics. Sorry. That's just how life works. And I think it's weird when people get online and expect for people to, I just need y'all prayers. Okay, well, what you want to pray for? Nothing. I just need you to pray for me. What you mean, nothing? No, you better hey, tell me. Tell me what you want me to pray for. Because if you don't want to tell me, hey, you might well just be prepared to not get prayers. And I think a lot of people like that. And um I think it's disrespectful to get online and ask people to pray for you and you don't want to tell me. You don't want to disclose the situation. Okay, well, you ain't got to put it, I guess on your page. Inbox me. Inbox me, but let me know. And if you out there praying for people and you don't know what you praying for, stop it. Stop it. Stop. And I'm not one of them people, God, whatever's on their heart, just bless them. Nope. The most you gonna get out of me if I don't know what's going on, especially I'm gonna say, hey, uh, let your will be done, whatever that is. And whatever his will is might not be what you praying for. Because I'm going into it blind. Whatever your will is, let it be done. You know, you know the details. But I don't think it's disrespectful. That's almost like asking people to invest in something, but you don't want to tell them what they're investing to. Hey, give me some money. I got a good idea. We finna make some investments. What we investing in? Where's this money going? Where's my spiritual energy going? I'm investing my prayers into whatever like you got going on. Okay, what am I investing my prayers into? Now, if you say I don't think you got to be super specific. If you say I'm sick, okay, You sick, you want to pray for healing. Okay, I got you. You don't have to tell me the details of what you're suffering from, you know? But there's a big difference between you want me to pray for you because you're sick and you want me to pray for you because you want another new car and you keep getting turned down because you ain't got the credit score. There's a big difference. You on here jumping up like it's important. I say, well, what you praying for? Oh, none. I really want a new car. Something wrong with the other ones you got? No, I just want a new car. Hey, don't waste my time with that. Because people do things like that. So I got to treat it accordingly. You know? So those are the things I say, hey, if you want prayers, when you bring it to the internet, be prepared to answer questions. That's what I believe. When you bring it to the internet, be prepared to answer questions. If you don't want to answer questions, keep it off the internet. Simple as that. Keep it off the internet. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm not going to try to inquire about what's going on. Yep, that's me. That's a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to say it, but they'll agree to it. What we praying for? Who died? What's going on? You run to the internet because somebody did you wrong. Okay, I need all the details. Don't ask me to feel away or get mad about somebody. I can't. No, 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 no. Tell me. Tell me. But that's the society that we live in. People run to the internet. Well, first of all, I think it's weird when somebody dies. Like I've never had somebody die in my life, or I went through something very personal, and my first thought was to jump on the internet. You know, I've been in some pretty serious accidents. I've had things happen to me that people didn't find out about till months later when I finally felt like talking about it. And some of it they still didn't find out because I didn't jump on my phone wanting sympathy or anything else. I just kept it to myself, keep moving. I think it's weird people get sick and other things like people just tell too much of their lives online. I can't even take you serious about feeling sick or being in the hospital because you found the time to pull out your phone and hit record. I can't even take this post serious about, whoever around you passed away and you just found out because you run into the internet typing out this long paragraph. You shouldn't even have, in my opinion, you shouldn't even have the energy. Like your focus shouldn't even be, when my grandma passed, I found out right before, like about 2 hours before I had to go to work. My mind was on work. When I went to work, nobody knew my grandma had passed. Why? Because I knew that since I decided to go to work anyway, I'm not gonna walk around with my head down, pouting, looking for attention. Now my brother, you know, when I saw him at work, I told him. And I told him, don't tell, I just told him because we're real close. So I let him know. But I went on about my day. I didn't go out my way to be performative. You understand what I'm saying? And I didn't jump on social media. Oh, my grandma died. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna miss you. For what? For what? If I didn't tell that to her, or I'm express that to the people around me that knew her, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna miss grandma. But I'm not jumping on the internet, you know, without. And I think that some people would say that that's harsh. People get way like we getting way too much emotional attachment from the internet. Go outside, talk to the people around you. Because when you go public, you open yourself up to a lot of things, even the disrespect. So if you put it out there and then people start disrespecting you, don't get mad at them for being disrespectful. Get mad at you for putting it out there. They would not have anything to be disrespectful to if you did not put it out there. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit your food outside then get mad when the flies come. That's just a fact. So when you put your business on the internet, be prepared for the flies. Don't get mad at the flies for existing. Get mad at the person that put the food outside. That's the same way I look at prayers. Ask for prayers. Hey, you put it out there. Okay. People gonna want to know. Somebody died. You put it out there. Yeah, we want to know who died. I know as a person, when you find out that people have passed on, there's a part of you that would like to know how they met their end to a degree. I don't know if it's a closure thing or what, but there's a part of you that's kind of curious, like, man, what happened to them? I think that's human that people naturally want to know what happens, what happened to people. I would probably inbox that person on a one-to-one basis and say, hey, if you don't mind telling, like, what happened, I knew this person, what happened? So that's one thing. But if you jumping out there and you mad because you said somebody died and people asking you who died, get over yourself. Get over yourself. Keep it to yourself. That's how I feel about that. So that's what that is. Moving forward, just understand that it's going to be people out there that think like me. I think more often than not, and more people think like me than they probably won't admit, because it's probably not the popular thing to do. But yeah.
The truth does not require you to like nor accept it. It can be tough and uncomfortable, existing on its own merit, independent of your feelings and residing outside the frameworks of your mind. For some, the truth is freedom, and to others, confinement.